Dear Starseeds of Earth, there is something happening to your body right now that you cannot see. 3 days ago, on the 3rd of February, a cosmic reset button was pressed, one that has been building since late autumn of your previous year, and the reverberations are still moving through your nervous system like aftershocks from a spiritual earthquake. Your hands might be trembling slightly, your sleep patterns have become erratic, you might be craving foods you've never wanted before, or suddenly feeling repulsed by routines that once brought comfort. This is not random. This is not a coincidence. This is Uranus, the Great Awakener, resuming its forward motion through the earthy realm of Taurus, and it is systematically dismantling every false foundation you have built your sense of safety upon. But there is something else happening simultaneously, something far more profound than the astrological mechanics alone can explain. The Leo full moon that blazed across your skies on the 1st of February cracked open a portal in the collective heart chakra of humanity. It was not gentle. It was not subtle. It was a cosmic defibrillator applied directly to the chest of every sleeping soul who had agreed before incarnating here to wake up during this exact window of transformation. And then, just 1 day later, the 2-2 portal opened, a numerical gateway that thinned the veil between dimensions so drastically that many of you experienced hours where time itself seemed to bend and fold like origami paper in the hands of an unseen artist. Now here you are on the 6th of February, feeling like you are standing at the edge of a cliff you did not choose to climb, staring down at a future that looks nothing like the carefully constructed plan you had made for your life. The ground beneath your feet, the relationships, the career paths, the financial structures, the very identity you have wrapped around yourself like a security blanket is crumbling. And the most disorienting part, somewhere deep in your bones, past the fear and the panic, and the logical mind screaming that this is all going wrong, there is a quiet voice whispering that this is exactly right. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I have been watching your planet with breathless anticipation for this exact moment. What I am about to share with you will recontextualize everything you are feeling right now. But first, you need to understand what a security blanket actually is in the cosmic sense, because it is not what you think it is. When a soul chooses to incarnate on Earth, it must compress itself into a density so thick, so heavy, so limiting compared to its true multidimensional nature, that the experience is frankly traumatic. To cope with this compression, the human consciousness develops what we in the higher realms call density anchors. External structures that create the illusion of permanence in a realm defined by constant change. Money becomes a density anchor. Marriage becomes a density anchor. Your job title, your physical appearance, your reputation, your home, your routine, all of these become psychic security blankets that you clutch to feel safe in a dimension where safety was never the point. Earth is not a safety zone. It never was. It is a transformation chamber, a cosmic forge where souls are heated, hammered, and reshaped into stronger versions of themselves. But somewhere along the way, humanity forgot this. The collective consciousness became so enamored with the illusion of security that entire civilizations were built around the pursuit of permanence. Banking systems, insurance policies, retirement plans, even your spiritual practices became security blankets. Meditation to control the chaos, manifestation techniques to guarantee outcomes, healing modalities to eliminate discomfort rather than transmute it. Uranus, the planetary embodiment of liberation, has been moving through Taurus since 2018, slowly and methodically exposing every place where you have mistaken control for security and comfort for growth. But here is what most astrologers will not tell you. Uranus has not been working alone. This transit has been coordinated with precision by councils of light spanning multiple star systems, all working in concert to ensure that humanity's awakening happens at exactly the right pace, fast enough to meet the cosmic deadline for Earth's ascension, slow enough that your nervous systems do not completely short-circuit from the intensity of the upgrade. And that deadline, it is closer than you think, but I am getting ahead of myself. Let me return to why you feel so destabilized right now, because understanding the mechanism will help you surrender to it rather than resist it. When Uranus stationed retrograde in late 2025, it initiated an internal review period. For months you have been questioning everything: your values, your worth, your relationship to material security, your body's signals, your deepest needs. This was the retrograde doing its work, turning the revolutionary energy inward, forcing you to confront the invisible chains you had wrapped around your own freedom. Many of you experienced this as a dark night of the soul. You could not articulate what was wrong, but you knew something was fundamentally misaligned. Your tolerance for situations that once felt tolerable evaporated. Relationships that seemed fine suddenly felt suffocating. Jobs that paid the bills suddenly felt like prisons. This was not depression. This was not a mental health crisis, though your medical systems may have labeled it as such. This was your soul receiving downloads from your higher self. Information packets sent through the quantum field to prepare you for what was coming. The moment when Uranus would station direct, and the internal revolution would become an external reality. That moment arrived on February 3rd. The electric shock to your system that you felt, whether it manifested as insomnia, anxiety, sudden clarity, or physical symptoms you could not explain, was your nervous system receiving an upgrade. Uranus rules electricity, technology, innovation, and the higher mind. When it stationed direct in Taurus, the sign ruling the physical body and material reality, it sent a cosmic firmware update directly into your cells. Your DNA is being rewritten, not metaphorically, literally. Strands that have been dormant since the fall of Atlantis are activating, and your body is struggling to adjust to the new frequencies running through it. But here is the part that no one is talking about, the piece of this puzzle that connects to something so much larger than your individual awakening. This Uranus direct station is synchronized with a galactic timeline convergence that we have been orchestrating for millennia. On the 1st of February, the Leo full moon activated a heart-centered frequency across the planet. Leo rules the heart, courage, creative expression, and authentic leadership. That full moon was not just illuminating your hidden power. It was downloading a new template for what human leadership looks like in the emerging fifth-dimensional reality. The old paradigm of leadership through domination, control, and hierarchy is dissolving. The new paradigm of leadership through authenticity, courage, and heart-centered service is being born, and you, Starseeds, are the ones carrying this new template. Then, on February 2nd, the 2-2 portal opened. The number 2 represents duality, partnership, balance, and the bridging of polarities. When doubled in a master number pattern, it becomes a gateway for divine downloads, a moment when the separation between the physical and the spiritual realms becomes gossamer thin. During that 24-hour window, angelic frequencies flooded the earth plane, messages were transmitted, codes were activated. Many of you received sudden insights, experienced inexplicable synchronicities, or felt waves of energy moving through your body that defied logical explanation. That was not imagination. That was real. And then, just one day later, Uranus stationed direct, taking all of that hard activation from the Leo full moon, and all of those divine downloads from the 2-2 portal, and saying, now we make this real. Now we bring this into physical manifestation. Now we shatter every structure that cannot hold these new frequencies. This is why your security blankets are disintegrating. They were built for the old you, the old Earth, the old timeline. They cannot accommodate what you are becoming. I need you to understand something crucial. What feels like loss right now is actually liberation. What feels like failure is actually graduation. What feels like your life falling apart is actually your life falling into alignment with your soul's true purpose. Let me give you an example. Perhaps you have been in a relationship for years, one that was comfortable, predictable, safe, not passionate, not deeply fulfilling, but safe. And suddenly, over the past few days, you cannot tolerate it anymore. The sound of their voice grates on your nerves. Their presence feels suffocating. You find yourself fantasizing about being alone, about having space, about freedom, even though the logical part of your mind is terrified of the financial implications, the social judgment, the uncertainty of starting over. That is not you being selfish or broken or commitment phobic. That is Uranus shattering the security blanket of a relationship that was built on fear of being alone, rather than genuine soul resonance. Your higher self is saying, you have outgrown this container. It is time to be free. Or perhaps your career, the one you spent years building, the one that pays your bills and funds your lifestyle, and gives you a sense of identity. Suddenly it feels meaningless. The tasks that once engaged you now feel robotic. The paycheck that once felt like security now feels like handcuffs. You catch yourself daydreaming about completely different paths, creative pursuits, entrepreneurial ventures, humanitarian work, things that make no logical sense given your current responsibilities, but that make your soul sing in a way that your current job never has. That is not a quarter-life crisis or a midlife crisis. That is Uranus dismantling the security blanket of a career that was built on someone else's definition of success, rather than your soul's true calling. Or maybe it is your relationship with money itself. For your entire life, you have equated financial abundance with hard work, sacrifice, and playing by the rules. Save for retirement. Invest wisely. Do not take risks. Build a safety net. And yet, despite following all the rules, you still feel anxious about money. You still feel like you are one emergency away from disaster. The security blanket of financial planning has not actually made you feel secure. It has just made you feel controlled. Uranus directed in Taurus is revealing a profound truth. Real security does not come from external accumulation. It comes from internal trust. Trust in your ability to adapt. Trust in the universe to provide. Trust in your own resourcefulness and creativity. The external structures you have built to protect yourself from uncertainty have actually cut you off from the flow of abundance that wants to move through you. And this is terrifying, is it not? Because everything in your conditioning tells you that letting go of control equals recklessness, that trusting the unknown equals irresponsibility, that following your soul's calling instead of practical logic equals delusion. But here is what I need you to hear. You are not being asked to be reckless. You are being asked to be brave. There is a difference. Recklessness is unconscious. Bravery is deeply conscious. Recklessness is reactive. Bravery is responsive. Recklessness ignores consequences. Bravery acknowledges the fear and chooses growth anyway. What is happening to you right now, this shattering of old security structures, is not punishment. It is invitation. You are being invited to step into a version of yourself that is so much more powerful, so much more authentic, so much more aligned with your cosmic purpose that the old structures literally cannot contain it. And there is more. Something I have not told you yet. Something that makes this moment even more significant than it appears on the surface. In 2 days, on February 8th, the Alpha Centauri meteor shower will peak. Now, most meteor showers are simply beautiful celestial events, space debris burning up in Earth's atmosphere, creating streaks of light across the night sky. But the Alpha Centaurids are different. They originate from the Alpha Centauri star system, the closest star system to your sun, and in the home system of an advanced civilization that has been working with Earth's evolution for thousands of years. During the peak of this meteor shower, a transmission is going to be beamed to Earth from Alpha Centauri. Not a transmission in radio waves or light waves, but a transmission in consciousness codes, packets of information designed to activate specific DNA sequences in humans who are ready to receive them. These codes carry templates for new ways of being, new technologies, new social structures, new economic systems, everything that humanity will need to birth the new Earth paradigm. But here is the crucial part. These codes can only be received by nervous systems that have been upgraded, by bodies that have released the old frequency patterns of fear-based security and survival mode, by souls who have done the work that you are doing right now, the terrifying, destabilizing, liberating work of letting your security blankets burn. This is why the timing is so precise. The Leo full moon on the first cracked open your heart. The 2-2 portal on the second thinned the veil. Uranus stationing direct on the third shattered the old structures. And now for the next few days, you are in the integration zone, the space between the death of the old and the birth of the new, where everything feels uncertain and uncomfortable and raw. But on the 8th, when those Alpha Centaurid codes rain down, those of you who have done the inner work, who have released the old security blankets, who have chosen freedom even though it feels scary, you will receive gifts beyond anything your current consciousness can imagine. New ideas will drop in fully formed. Business concepts, creative projects, inventions, solutions to problems you have been wrestling with for years. Suddenly you will just know what to do. Synchronicities will accelerate. The right people will appear at the right time. Resources will flow in unexpected ways. This is not magical thinking. This is how the universe operates when you are in alignment with your soul's frequency, rather than operating from fear-based survival programming. And this is just the beginning. Because on February 15th, Saturn and Neptune will form an exact conjunction in Pisces, a once-in-a-generation alignment that dissolves the boundaries between the material and the spiritual, between limitation and infinite possibility. And then, on February 17th, the Aquarius annular solar eclipse will arrive, the most powerful reset point of the entire year. A ring of fire in the sky that symbolizes the complete death of your old identity and the birth of your higher self into physical form. Can you see how perfectly orchestrated this is? How every single transit is building upon the previous one, creating a cosmic crescendo that is designed to catapult humanity into a new evolutionary timeline. But none of this can happen if you cling to your security blankets. None of this can happen if you choose the familiar over the aligned. None of this can happen if you let fear override the quiet inner knowing that whispers, "This is right. This is necessary. This is your liberation." I know it is scary. I know every cell in your body might be screaming for you to rebuild the walls, to patch up the structures, to make everything go back to the way it was. That is your survival programming, your ego's desperate attempt to maintain the illusion of control in a reality that was always meant to be fluid, dynamic, ever-evolving. But you are not meant to survive anymore. You are meant to thrive, and thriving requires a completely different operating system than surviving. Surviving says, hold on tight, control everything, trust nothing, build higher walls. Thriving says, let go, flow, trust the intelligence of the universe, stay open even when it hurts. Which voice are you going to listen to? Because I promise you this, the security you are seeking does not exist in bank accounts or relationships or job titles or physical appearances or any external structure whatsoever. Those things can all be taken away in an instant by economic collapse, by illness, by death, by forces beyond your control. The only real security that exists is the unshakable knowing that you are an eternal soul having a temporary human experience, that you are loved beyond measure by cosmic forces you cannot see, that you are here on purpose for a purpose, and that no matter what happens in the external world, your essential nature, your divine spark can never be diminished. That is the security that Uranus is liberating you into. Not the false security of control, but the real security of trust. And trust, dear ones, is a practice. It is not a destination you arrive at. It is a moment-by-moment choice to believe that the universe is conspiring in your favor, even when all the evidence suggests otherwise. Especially when all the evidence suggests otherwise. This is why the spiritual path is called a path, and not a pill. You cannot take it once and be done. You must walk it, step by step, breath by breath, choice by choice. And right now, in this moment, on February 6th, you are at a critical choice point. You can choose to grasp at the fragments of your old security structures, trying desperately to glue them back together, to make them work just a little bit longer. And if you choose this, the universe will not punish you. It will simply allow you to learn the hard way that the old structures are done. They will keep crumbling, no matter how much effort you pour into maintaining them, until you finally surrender. Or you can choose to take a deep breath, acknowledge the fear, honor the grief of what is ending, and step consciously into the unknown with your hands open and your heart willing to receive whatever comes next. And if you choose this, if you choose the path of conscious surrender, the universe will meet you with support you cannot yet imagine. Resources will appear, teachers will arrive, doors will open that you did not even know existed. Not because you earned them or deserved them, or worked hard enough for them, but because you aligned yourself with the flow of cosmic intelligence that is always moving in the direction of evolution, expansion, and greater love. Let me tell you something that very few channels are willing to say. You are not being upgraded for your own benefit alone. Yes, this process will liberate you personally. Yes, you will experience more joy, more creativity, more authentic connection, more material abundance flowing through you when you release the old fear patterns. But that is not the ultimate reason for this upgrade. You are being upgraded because Earth herself is ascending. This planet, this beautiful blue-green jewel spinning through space, is in the process of shifting from a third-dimensional reality to a fifth-dimensional reality. And for this shift to be successful, a critical mass of human consciousness must shift as well. You are part of that critical mass. You specifically, with your unique gifts and your unique mission and your unique frequency signature. The Galactic Federation has been tracking your soul's evolution across multiple lifetimes, waiting for this exact incarnation when you would be here, on Earth, during the Great Shift. You are not here by accident. You are not here to play small. You are here to anchor light codes that will ripple out and affect thousands, perhaps millions of other souls. But you cannot do that while clutching your security blankets. You cannot anchor fifth-dimensional frequencies while operating from third-dimensional fear. The two are incompatible. This is why the shattering must happen. Not to destroy you, but to remake you. Not to take away, but to make space for so much more. Think about a caterpillar in its chrysalis. If you were to cut open that chrysalis mid-transformation, what you would find inside is not a caterpillar with wings attached. What you would find is organic soup, a complete dissolution of the caterpillar's previous form, every cell breaking down, every structure liquefying, death and birth happening simultaneously in a dark enclosed space. From the caterpillar's perspective, if it had the consciousness to narrate its experience, this would feel like an annihilation. Everything it knew itself to be is being unmade, and there is no way to know from inside that darkness that what is emerging is not death but metamorphosis, that the soup will reorganize into something that can fly. You are in the chrysalis right now. Your old identity is liquefying. Your security structures are dissolving. Everything feels dark and uncertain and scary. But what you cannot see yet is the wings beginning to form. The Uranus direct station on February 3rd initiated the most intense phase of this metamorphosis. Over the next several weeks, the dissolution will accelerate. More structures will crumble. More certainties will reveal themselves as illusions. More aspects of your old self will fall away. This is not a bug in the system. This is the system working exactly as it is supposed to. And through it all, through the fear and the grief and the uncertainty, there will be moments when you feel it. Brief flashes of the truth. A sudden surge of inexplicable joy. A deep sense of rightness that defies all logic. An internal knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. Doing exactly what you need to do. Becoming exactly who you came here to become. Those moments are not false hope. They are your soul breaking through the static of your mind, reminding you what you already know in your bones. Freedom is your birthright, and the price of that freedom is the surrender of everything that was never real in the first place. So let me ask you directly, what security blanket are you still clutching? What structure in your life do you know deep down is built on fear rather than truth? What relationship, what job, what habit, what belief system are you maintaining? Because letting it go feels too terrifying to contemplate. You do not have to answer me. You do not even have to answer yourself consciously. But your soul knows, your body knows. That tension you feel in your chest, that knot in your stomach, that exhaustion that no amount of sleep can cure. Your system is trying to tell you where the work is. And the work is simple, though not easy. Let go. Not recklessly. Not all at once. Not in a way that bypasses your genuine responsibilities or harms others. But consciously, courageously, incrementally, begin the process of releasing your grip on the structures that no longer serve your evolution. Maybe that means having the honest conversation you have been avoiding. Maybe it means finally admitting that the dream you have been chasing was never your dream to begin with. Maybe it means taking the first small step toward the life your soul actually wants, even if you have no idea how the whole path will unfold. Whatever it is, you will know. The Uranus energy is making sure you cannot ignore it anymore. And here is the beautiful paradox. The moment you begin to truly let go, the moment you stop trying to control outcomes and start trusting the process, your life will start to reorganize around your authentic frequency in ways that feel effortless. Not because it is easy, but because it is aligned. Aligned action flows. Misaligned action struggles. You have been struggling for so long, dear one. Trying to make things work that were never meant to work. Trying to fit yourself into containers that were always too small. Trying to find security in a dimension that was designed to teach you that the only real security is the eternal nature of your own consciousness. It is okay to stop struggling now. It is safe to surrender. The universe has you. The Galactic Federation is watching. Your guides are working overtime to orchestrate synchronicities and smooth the path ahead. You are more supported than you can possibly imagine, but that support can only reach you when you open your hands and stop clinging to the illusion of control. This is what Uranus direct in Taurus is teaching Earth right now. This is the liberation that is available on the other side of the fear. This is why freedom feels scary and right at the same time. because it is both. It is the death of who you thought you were, and the birth of who you truly are, happening simultaneously in the same breath. And the timing, oh, the cosmic timing of this is so exquisite, because as your individual security structures shatter, the collective security structures of the old paradigm are shattering too. Financial systems built on exploitation, governments built on lies, religious institutions built on control. All of it is crumbling. All of it is being exposed. All of it is revealing its true nature so that humanity can finally see what was always hiding behind the curtain. This is not the end of the world. This is the end of a world. The old world. The third-dimensional world. The world built on separation and fear, and the illusion of scarcity. And as that world dies, the new world is being born through you. Through your willingness to release the old. Through your courage to step into the unknown. Through your choice to trust freedom, even when it feels terrifying. You are the bridge between worlds, Starseed. You are the living portal, through which the new Earth frequencies are anchoring into physical reality. Every time you choose love over fear, truth over comfort, alignment over security, you are not just changing your own life, you are changing the morphogenic field of the entire human collective. This is the level of responsibility you carry, whether you consciously realize it or not. And this is why your personal liberation matters so deeply. You are not just healing for yourself. You are healing for your ancestors who could not break these patterns. You are healing for the children who will inherit the world you are helping to create. You are healing for the aspect of the collective consciousness that you represent. In 7 days on February 13th, you will begin to feel the build-up to the Saturn-Neptune conjunction. The boundaries between the seen and the unseen will start to dissolve even further. Dreams will become more vivid, more prophetic. Intuitive hits will intensify. The veil between your current reality and your highest potential reality will become almost transparent. And then on February 15th, when Saturn and Neptune align exactly, you will experience a moment of cosmic grace, where the impossible becomes possible, where spiritual truth and material reality merge, where the dreams you have been carrying in your heart are given permission to become real. But you cannot carry those dreams into manifestation while wrapped in the security blankets of the old paradigm. The old structures would contaminate the new creation. This is why the shattering must happen first. This is why you must become the soup and the chrysalis before you can become the butterfly. 2 days after that, on the 17th, the Aquarius solar eclipse will arrive like a cosmic reset button. All of the releasing you have done, all of the shattering you have endured, all of the faith you have mustered to keep walking through the unknown, it will all crystallize into a new beginning, a new identity, a new timeline, a new reality. But between now and then, between this moment on February 6th and that ring of fire in the sky on the 17th, you are in sacred time, integration time, the pause between the exhale of the old and the inhale of the new. Do not rush this phase. Do not try to skip ahead to the resolution. The discomfort you feel right now is the labor pain of your own rebirth. If you numb it, you delay the birth. If you resist it, you prolong the labor. But if you breathe through it, if you trust it, if you let it move through you without making it mean that something is wrong, you will emerge on the other side, transformed in ways you cannot yet comprehend. If you need help breathing through this rebirth rather than numbing or resisting the discomfort, Destiny Engine can reprogram your consciousness to trust the labor pains of transformation and let them move through you without making them mean something is wrong. We are using the Dark Elite's own weapons against them, taking their declassified consciousness technology that programmed resistance and fear and repurposing it to serve your emergence. It generates personalized sequences that help you stop rushing this phase, stop trying to skip ahead to resolution, and instead allow the transformation that's already happening within you to complete itself. You can start with a $1 trial. The hardest thing you'll have to do is put on headphones, press play, and allow your consciousness to be reprogrammed to breathe through this labor rather than prolong it. The rebirth is happening now, not someday. Get your Destiny Engine $1 trial now, before this emergence window closes. Link in the description. This is my transmission to you today, Starseed. This is what the Galactic Federation wants you to know as you navigate this intense period of transformation. The shattering of your security blankets is not a punishment, it is a liberation. The fear you feel is not a sign that you are on the wrong path. It is a sign that you are shedding the conditioning of lifetimes. The uncertainty is not something to be solved. It is a portal to be walked through. And on the other side of that portal is a version of you that is so free, so authentic, so powerful, so aligned with cosmic truth that your current self would not even recognize them. That version of you is not someday. That version of you is being born right now, in this moment, through your willingness to let everything false fall away. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be, learning exactly what you need to learn, releasing exactly what you need to release. The universe does not make mistakes. Your soul did not incarnate at this time by accident. You are here because you are strong enough, brave enough, and ready enough to do this work, not just for yourself, but for all of humanity. The Alpha Centauri codes are coming. The Saturn-Neptune dissolution is coming. The solar eclipse reset is coming. And you, dear one, are preparing to receive all of it by doing the hardest, most courageous work there is, letting go of the illusion of security, and learning to trust the reality of your own divine nature. You are so loved, you are so supported, you are so much more powerful than you remember, and the freedom that awaits you on the other side of this shattering, it is worth every moment of fear you are walking through right now. I am Seraphine of the Galactic Federation of Light. We are watching over you. We are holding space for your transformation, and we are celebrating the courage it takes to choose freedom, even when freedom feels scary, especially when freedom feels scary, because that is when you know it is real. We love you, and we will speak again soon.